Motivating teenagers. Brain-friendly classroom management. It is relatively easy to get children to obey parents or teachers. Toys, candies, cartoons, playtime, video games, stickers, etc. serve as rewards to motivate children and direct their behavior. However, research in the psychology of learning indicates that by the time an individual becomes a teenager, his or her behavior is no longer motivated by external rewards. A growing child. As a person matures with age, subsequent experiences lead to growth in cognitive, social-emotional, and physical functions, and his or her needs and priorities change as well. Hence, an individual who was previously driven by candies and toys may not find them to be as motivating later in life. Parents and teachers who are not aware of this significant developmental milestone may get frustrated. Their usual attempts to direct their teens' behavior may fail. Parents, teachers, and teens sometimes view each other as being inconsiderate and uncaring. At times, parents feel that their teens are rebellious and disrespectful. Moreover, teachers may feel that students are trying to act smart and make their work more difficult. Some teens, on the other hand, feel that parents and teachers will never understand them and cannot provide them with what they really need. The gaps among these individuals sometimes grows wider with each passing day. Underlying cause. Why do the effects of external motivation dwindle by the time a child becomes a teenager? Why can't parents and teachers motivate adolescents with the same things they used to use on them when the adolescents were very young? While there are no convenient answers to these questions, there seems to be a significant relationship between the uniquely adolescent experience called identity crisis and the changes in what makes adolescents tick, or their object of desire. It is during these teenage years that an individual begins to strongly feel the need to develop a clear understanding of who he or she is, what his or her personal strengths and weaknesses are, and what he or she wants to accomplish in life. Teenagers experience the need to articulate this to themselves and others. If the question, "Who am I?" is not answered constructively at this stage, then an adolescent is prone to painfully prolong the identity crisis. Many are burdened with this crisis way into adulthood and old age. Sadly, parents and teachers often do not understand and are helpless in supporting teenagers to deal with this task. Hence, teenagers are typically preoccupied with the thought, but do not necessarily know how to go about this difficult yet important life assignment. Mind over matter. As the need to define himself or herself becomes pronounced, teenagers become more interested in subjective, intangible experiences and less attracted to material objects. In other words, the mind over matter outlook emerges. They become fascinated by ideas, concepts, and philosophical thoughts. They eagerly search out new territories that provide them with emotionally packed experiences. Anything perceived to have no emotional value is of secondary value. This partly explains why most teens are keen on falling in love with members of the opposite sex, apart from the fact that their bodies are undergoing hormonal and physical changes. Soft motivation. Motivating teens with the use of external rewards, punishment, or other aversive stimuli often fails to yield the results expected. These stimuli, whether positive or negative, are not the things that make a teen tick. To motivate a teenager, parents and teachers should focus on unconditional assistance and support to develop a positive sense of self-concept and self-worth. Additionally, parents and teachers should encourage the teen's need for achievement and celebrate every success experienced, whether it is big or small. Talking about and modeling self-discipline to regulate one's thinking, emotions, and behavior is another effective way to motivate a teenager.